And here we are again, back in my room. Right now, we're going to go over the recovery path with codependent, and that's just kind of like an overview of codependence. So it will be another shorter episode. There we are. A lot of clicking, I'm sorry. All right, there we are.
Hi there, and welcome to I'm Only Human, a podcast that attempts to explain how to coexist with other humans. This podcast is going to dive into topics like: is it possible to overcome human nature? Are rules and laws necessary for taming bad behaviors, or are they simply a control mechanism crafted by other disturbed minds? Why do we fight with each other? How does traditional religion impact us? Can social disease be healed through individual recovery? My name is Jen, and I'm an average human. Before I begin, I would like to state that I will be talking about controversial things such as, but not limited to, religion, God, the Bible, 12-step programs, and politics. I am not an expert, and I don't claim to be one. I will, however, be referencing Alcoholics Anonymous because it is the granddaddy of all other 12-step programs. I will also be quoting things from the Bible and mentioning God along with different religions. I'm not trying to promote a particular program, nor am I trying to convert anyone. I believe religion gives us a foundation, and 12-step recovery guides people down a path to self-actualization. Through recovery, healing is possible. I believe that changed minds and attitudes can change our world. Alrighty then. I'm finally getting around to the codependent episode. I hope it does not disappoint, and I hope it provides some clarity for those who are wondering what it is and why it's important to understand what it is. I had said in one of my earlier episodes that our souls are sick, and people don't realize that their souls are sick. They just know something's wrong with them. I think this can describe most people. Most humans have been taught by imperfect humans. Since the beginning of time, it's been this way. I don't want to get sued or anything like that, so I use snippets from the Codependence Anonymous website in order to assist me in describing what codependence is. I think I know what it is. I know what it is, but I don't know how to explain it, and they do a pretty darn good job. So without further ado, here we go on this new journey. And again, the point is to spread awareness, not promote a particular program unless you feel this program could help you. That is for you and you alone to decide. So here's a little blip from pages 2 and 3 of the book Codependence Anonymous. Quote, "What is codependence?" Question mark. Somewhere along this road, we learn about codependence. We hear about it from a friend or therapist. We see it mentioned in the news. Many of us wonder if codependence describes who we are. Codependence is a disease that deteriorates our souls. It affects our personal lives, our families, children, friends, relatives, our businesses and careers, our health, and our spiritual growth. It is debilitating, and if left untreated, causes us to become more destructive to ourselves and others. Many of us come to a point where we must look beyond ourselves for help. End quote. It all begins with an honest look at ourselves. So here are some denial patterns of codependence. Having difficulty identifying what they are feeling, minimize, alter, or deny how they truly feel, perceive themselves as completely unselfish and dedicated to the well being of others. Here are some low self esteem patterns. Having difficulty making decisions, judge what they think, say, or do harshly as never good enough, are embarrassed to receive recognition, praise, or gifts, are unable to identify or ask for what they need and want, value others' approval of their thinking, feelings, and behaviors over their own. Do not perceive themselves as lovable or worthwhile persons. Here are compliance patterns of codependence. They compromise their values and integrity to avoid rejection and other people's anger. They are very sensitive to others' feelings and assume the same feelings. They are extremely loyal, remaining in harmful situations for way too long. They place a higher value on others' opinions and feelings and are afraid to express differing viewpoints or feelings. They put aside their own interest in order to do what others want, and they may accept sex as a substitute for love. Here are some control patterns that codependents exhibit. They believe people are incapable of taking care of themselves. They attempt to convince others what to think, do, or feel. They become resentful when others decline their help or reject their advice. They freely offer advice and direction without being asked. They lavish gifts and favors on those they want to influence. They use sex to gain approval and acceptance. And they have the need to feel needed in order to have a relationship with others. Hey, I'm just providing the information. Do with it what you will. Human behavior is exactly what it is, human behavior. Nobody is ever going to live life perfectly or be perfectly adjusted to the things that happen in their environment. It is important, however, to learn how to deal with feelings in a healthy way rather than to turn to a substance or another addiction to fill that void. I feel like I'm unveiling hidden secrets for some reason, but I'm really not. None of this information is secretive in any way, shape, or form. Just like any other kind of knowledge has always been there for the taking, but people have to seek it in order to find it. I hope this message helps someone out there. Please know that you are not alone. There are many other people just like you. In closing, I would like to say that the opinions expressed here were strictly of my own making, or by my guests. Take what you like and leave the rest. You may come to realize that you may not like me or what I want to share. Let's talk to each other, reason things out, but let there be no gossip or criticism of one another. Instead, let the fellowship of ethical human behavior and the serenity from positive human interaction help you grow and chill out, one experience at a time. I would like to thank my higher power for guiding me through this podcast. I hope to spread the message of love, hope, and understanding by touching one life at a time. If you like this podcast, please like and share it. Comments also help other struggling people find it. I am now listener supported, and if you would like to contribute, please feel free. There is no obligation. If you would like to share feedback, you can email me at averagehumanbeing1875@gmail.com. There is also a link you can click if you'd like to send a voice message and add to the content of the show.
Okay. I feel like that might have been one of my weaker episodes. And sorry about that. I think that I get a little more into codependence like later on. I'm sure that I probably do. I talk about a whole bunch of stuff, and you're just going to have to listen and find out everything that I've said. So join me again next time. Next time, I'm excited about this next episode. I've listened to it myself over and over, and I've sent this podcast link to a bunch of people because I know that it helps me, and I just felt like it might help other people. So join me for Messages of Hope. Bye-bye.